Well, this is John D'Elia. I'm here at the Classic Gaming Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Riviera Convention Center, and I'm standing next to Keith Robinson. Keith Robinson is of Intellivision fame, and Keith, did you start off in Intellivision as one of the founders, or were you a programmer as well?
I was one of the programmers back in 1981 to 1984 at Mattel, and then when Mattel sold Intellivision to INTV Corporation, I did all of their packaging design from 1985 until 1990 when they went out of business.
And you guys were producing games all the way up until 1990.
Yes, yeah, indeed. Yeah, the 1990 of the game systems from back then, from the Classic Gaming, we were like the one system that held on for the whole time and was actually producing new commercially available games. 10 years for the whole life of the system.
Well, that's fantastic. That's a very long run for a system. When you were here at the Classic Gaming Expo, and you obviously had a good insight into when retro gaming was going to be important again, and you, I understand you started a website for Intellivision. Intellivision Lives, if I'm not mistaken?
Right, IntellivisionLives.com. It started because I just really wanted to put a site up about the history of Mattel. When we were actually at Mattel, they wouldn't allow the programmers' names to be known, to put credits on the boxes or anything, because they were afraid Atari would raid the company and steal the programmers, which is what happened anyway. In 1995, I started a website just to let people know who programmed what, how the games were programmed, and the response was so overwhelming that we looked into buying the rights back, and with one of the other Blue Sky Rangers, we founded Intellivision Productions and started producing the games for the PC. Now we're on the PlayStation, the Xbox, GameCube, we're on cell phones, we have plug-and-play units, and the DS is coming out shortly.
Oh, you have a DS version coming out soon.
Yes, indeed.
So we're here at the Classic Gaming Expo. It's the 10th anniversary. There's a good showing. Everyone gets really excited. You have the premier booth right when you walk right in. I understand that you were not, along with the systems, you were starting to release standalones. I believe you released standalone a couple years ago, and now you have another one that's just come out. The standalone handheld unit.
The plug-and-play stuff, you mean? Yeah. Oh, yes, the plug-and-plays. Yes, we've done 4 of them so far. We did the Intellivision 25 with 25 games, Intellivision 10 with 10 games. See how that titling goes. And then the Intellivision X2, that was a 2-player controller one. And but now we have the 2nd edition, and kind of from the feedback we got from the first ones, what people liked, what people didn't like. There's some limitations with the plug and play is what you can do, but the 2nd edition's a real improvement. It's really nice, and it's got some games on there like Deadly Discs and Crown of Kings, which is, this isn't actually going out broadcast live every place in the world, is it? Because it's actually Dungeons and Dragons under a different name, because we can't use that D&D name anymore for legal reasons. So it's called Crown of Kings. But the Astro Smash is a greatly improved Astro Smash from the 1st edition. The games are all pretty much different, and they're great.
So now, with this being released and Intellivision continuing to live on in different platforms and newer platforms, what plans do you have next? What's in the future for Intellivision or you personally?
Well, the main thing we're doing now, like with the cell phone games, is the games are the same gameplay, the same fun, simple gameplay, but we're improving the graphics to meet the platforms, because we're finding that, especially young people, they appreciate these fast little arcade-style games, but they want to see the graphics of today. So I think that as more online delivery, like with Xbox Live Arcade and with the Wii channels and everything like that, that's where Intellivision will go, is continue to do the fast, addictive arcade type of games we've always done since the 80s, but with today's graphics, today's sound effects and everything.
Well, I appreciate it very much. I still play my Intellivision, and I have to say thank you very much. It was good to meet you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.